So if you've been following me, the number one question on your mind might be that, Ricky, you're so invested in pre-construction right now. The average home price in the GTA has been falling consistently since March. We don't know if it's going to bottom out because we have another potential rate increase that's going to be announced mid-month. And with pre-construction rates not dropping and resale rates dropping, why on earth would I buy pre-construction instead of resale and take advantage of the current market conditions? And I'm going to answer your question by giving you an example. So I started in this business at the age of 18, and that's when I bought my first condominium. So I was actually my own client at that time. And what I ended up doing was that because I was a student at Ryerson with debt and nothing else but part-time jobs and no real prospects of growth and appreciation in my net worth, I ended up not being able to afford resale properties. And so what I ended up doing was, because I could qualify with 0% down as a first-time home buyer, I parked my money in a conservatory project right in front of the CN Tower. Now, I was very reluctant to do this, but the reality is that at that time, the deposit structures were great like they are today. I could put $5,000 down, for example, the balance of 5% in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, the balance of another 5% in another 120 days. You've got delayed deposit structures. And what this did for me at 18 is it enabled me to get into a market where otherwise I would have had no chance, because with resale, I would have had to close immediately. And this is something that's really critical to understand. And what's crazy about my story is that after getting the keys to my first condo, I went back to the bank and I said, what's my condo worth today? On a soft appraisal, we figured out that it was worth $80,000 more at that time when I had acquired it originally back in 2006, 2007. So what did I do? I took out the money, I refinanced it, I bought another 2 condos. And then what did I do? When those properties appreciated, I took out the money and I bought a commercial building. And then what did I do? When those properties appreciated, I took out the money and I bought a gas station. Then I flipped the gas station, I bought another building. My point is that when it comes to pre-construction versus resale, you really have to look at your individual situation. If you've got cash on hand now and you can close in 30, 60, 90, 120 days, yeah, there's some pretty cool opportunities out there right now. If you can't, pre-construction may be your only option. And it may very well be a really good option, because if you're savvy, if you know what you're doing, you can do quite a lot with it. Now, here's my advice. If you're considering pre-construction, you're on the fence because, builders are canceling projects, development costs are going up. Here's what I think about all of that. So first off, you've got to be very selective in who you partner with for pre-construction. Because if you buy a project where the builder has no background, they have no backup, they have no funding, they are not sophisticated and savvy enough because they haven't done countless projects, well, you're probably not making the best decision. Me and my brokerage don't partner up with a builder or a project unless we have confidence that if we put our own money into the project, we're going to see it through at the end of the day. And that's where you have to be very critical. You can't run to the hottest project on the market because that's what everybody else is doing. You've got to make critical, analytical decisions, understand who the builder is, who's going to develop the project, what kind of backing they have, and whether they can see the project through. Otherwise, yeah, you could wait 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years and end up with nothing at the end of the day, with except for a little bit of interest if you purchase a condominium because you've made a bad investment. And that can happen with any kind of investment. So understanding and educating yourself and partnering yourself with the right real estate agent, right mortgage team, right legal team is critical in assessing whether you should be in partnership with a builder or not. Now, you weigh these against your other options. You've got GIC, tax-free savings account, mutual funds. You've got different avenues where you can park your money. But the reality is that with the way inflation is right now, you're probably not going to see a lot of return on that investment. So again, at the end of the day, whether pre-construction is right for you or not is going to depend on your individual situation and circumstances. More often than not, if you purchase in the right project, you've got the capital to make the deposit, you can see the long-term growth potential, it makes a lot of sense. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Ricky Rathor here again, broker owner at Remax Metropolis, real estate lawyer at Rathor Big Professional Corporation. And we've got a team of dedicated realtors that are here to help you assess the project, your wants, your needs, and everything else in between. We'll take care of everything. Bye for now.